Hello and welcome back to Y4Turbo. This is Nick. We are in NHL 16 GM mode with our Edmonton Oilers. And real quick before we get into simulating, I do want to get up to the trade deadline today so we can start talking about that in this episode. Congrats to the winners. I took a little 2-day off after the contest was announced, the winners that is, and I got a hold of all the winners. They got a hold of me, and we did our transactions and our trades, and everybody got their 10K, and I'm really happy for those who won. But I will be announcing another contest very soon, probably at the beginning of one of these GM mode videos, so make sure to keep an eye out. And it'll be closer to when I get to 200 subs, and we'll announce that. We'll do another 10K giveaway. We'll probably give away more than 30K this time. I just kind of did it in relation to how many people entered, and I used the Google analytics or algorithm randomizer just to pick, a winner. And so it's totally random. If you won in this one, you can still enter. If you entered in the last one, you can still enter. I just want to give pucks away to cool subscribers who have been helping me out this whole way. Just want to give back to you guys. So that's all I'm going to talk about the contest right now. Let's get right back into this GM mode. Just want to say thanks for everyone who entered and congrats to those who won. And let's just take a look at our team. So I obviously record all of these. I never record multiple GM modes. It's always just one because you guys help me so much. So I get a little lost when I take a few days off. So just wanna kind of recap. We did get Semen in the last video, who's just kind of there to help us out, help out this third line right here, and we can possibly go ahead and use it for other things. A lot of people were talking about the injuries and turning them completely off. I did turn them all the way down, and if we get any injuries, I will completely edit the injuries out. I will completely edit the line changes, and I'll just be like, okay, 1 sec. Boom, we'll go right back to simulating 1 second later, and I'll tell you while we're simulating, hey, I put this guy in, called this guy up, and when in the inevitable 2 games when the injured player comes back, I will also edit that out. It's a quick 2 cuts for me, and you guys don't have to sit through line changes or roster moves. So this whole time I could have been simulating. We are 5-6-1, which is not as bad as I thought we would be. But I'd like to either be way worse or start winning games because I want to either go for that top 5 pick or, try to focus on growth or something. I'd rather, get a top 10 pick and make all of our studs, our young guns grow. So we actually won 3 out of 5 games right there. We're 8-8-1. This team's got some offensive power now with Semen on the third line. I've got something in my throat, by the way. I'm just a little... I don't know if I'm getting sick, which would really suck, but if you hear me kind of clearing my throat, I apologize. I don't know if we went to the WHL already, but I'll go for 1 month. Yeah, so it's been a pretty eventful time here on Y4Turbo. I really, really appreciate all the subs I've been getting. And oh, somebody's losing morale because of ice time. Well, I don't have any meetings. I could go revisit it if they're still bummed out. But right now, I think we're just going to keep simulating. I just want to keep simulating up to the trade deadline and have that be our whole video today. I want to get these years done quick. We're winning a lot of games, guys. We're winning a lot of games. What is happening? Oh, my gosh. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Just clearing my throat. Oh, don't know what's going on. There's... Let's see. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to simulate past that. My mistake. So we got points there, and we lost 2 in a row. So we're 14-10-2. Okay, that was a whole month. So let's look at the standings right now. We are in a playoff position. That's very strange. Let's see what Semen's doing. I'm just kind of curious. I won't do this every month. I'm just kind of curious because he came into the team and we started winning mad games, right? Yeah, look at that. 14 points on the third line, 26 game played. Really not bad. More assists than goals, but really not bad at all. He's even on the third line. I like seeing that. Look at Taylor Hall, though, just tearing it up. Eberle is tearing it up, too. Probably feeding a lot to Taylor Hall and McDavid. McDavid's having a good year. He's up at 86. That's so good to see. Let's look at progress reports real quick. Like I said, I will not do this every month. I just am kind of curious after, 1 or 2 months, especially with changes that were made, what we could end up becoming, So McDavid has grown a ton. Nurse has grown by 1. He was an 80, wasn't he? Or was he an 81? Either way, it says he's grown a little bit. Oh yeah, he was an 80. I forgot I said it can start right here. And our backup. So that's pretty cool. He's growing. He's up at a 77. So hopefully he can maintain. I think he was a 77 when he came in, but I really hope that he can get up to an 80 before the end of the year. And nobody else has grown, so that's all good. Anybody in the system? Oh, a little bit. Just these really young gun guys. Patan a little bit. Cool. Okay. That's enough of that. Let's get back to it. We got to get up to this trade deadline. You guys need to tell me what we need to do. At this point, we're in a playoff spot. Let's go to Saturday, actually. We're in a playoff spot. We got to think about shipping off some prospects or something for some veterans. No. We're staying the course. I feel like if anything, we're going to trade for picks. I just think when it's all done, we aren't going to be in a playoff spot. My team could prove me wrong, but I feel like we're not a playoff team just yet. I'll just go forwards here for a month. I just want to do everywhere for a month. Make sure we have a good lay of the land. Because even when you take a, man, we won 2 out of 3. That's amazing. Even when you take a look at just forwards, you do get some defensive players and goalie stats. Like, it's very little, but you still do get some. And because I've gone like a whole year just to, I have an experimental GM mode where I just try to figure stuff out about the next gen GM modes. And here we are losing some games. But I just went a whole year and just did forwards in like OHL or something the entire year. And I was able to actually have some defensive knowledge and goalie knowledge. So I was like, oh, that's super weird. I didn't know that was a thing. But it makes sense because you're not just, when you're at a game, you're watching the whole team. So they could, the scouts, I don't know how the programming works, but we were sticking around. We're sticking around 500 a lot. So that's not too bad. I think if anything at the trade deadline, we could go ahead and ship off like Bieksa. We could ship off just people and try to get picks. I'm just going to go through here, do that. Because, I don't know. I don't really think we need, we're losing a lot of games now. So that little weird spurt of actually having, how have I not, I can hold team meetings. I do have player meetings. They didn't alert me. Okay. Let's hold a team meeting. Everyone knows there's a big rival. Like, I didn't see who we're playing. Is it Calgary or something? Let's just do the second one because that always works. There we go. And Gordon, lackluster play of team. Yeah, I know. It's all good, dude. Every organization has a rough patch. He's actually a pretty good player. 32 years old with all like 90 face-offs. Like, that's a great fourth liner. I have to admit, I've been underperforming lately. Don't worry, dude. I brought you on for salary cap. Don't worry about it, man. Like, yeah, play better and help out your teammates. But Hampus Lindholm doesn't have anything to say, but 86, I like seeing that. He was at an 86 already, but hopefully he can grow a little bit. He's been in the minuses. Taylor Hall is our leader right now, so we strip him of the A and make him the captain at the trade deadline. I don't know. That's a good question. Oh yeah, it is Calgary, so maybe we can beat them up. Trade deadline though, definitely want to make a few moves for the future of this team. I'm not like huge into like just going all for picks and trying that kind of thing. I'm also for like looking at some prospects that are in, the mid to high 70s that we could potentially just bring onto the AHL squad for the rest of the year. Or we could bring up somebody like Reinhardt, who looks like he's killing it down there in Bakersfield? Is that what it is? I don't know. In the AHL squad. Because maybe he's up at a higher because he was 78. If he's 79 or 80, I'll bring him up if we trade like BXO away. Okay. Couple more weeks. It's coming up. There's 2 wins in a row. Okay. We're really gunning through this without having to do too many meetings. Oh, this is SHL has a lot of forwards, so let's go ahead and do that for a month. We'll go back to the OHL and do something else, maybe defenders, or maybe we'll just go back to the OHL and do forwards again for a month or the remainder of the season. 23, 29, and 5. So we probably aren't in a playoff spot unless our division's kind of weak. We went that month where we hardly won. I'm just gonna check out that guy in Bakersfield. He's saying that he is it Bakersfield? I don't know if I sound stupid right now, but who is it? Andrew Miller? Oh, he's probably scratched. Oh, it says +6 more. Can I like? Is he do I have somebody down? HL top 6. Might not need him. I just want to see all the scratch. I just want to see this just because it's kind of bugging me that it keeps coming up that he's like losing morale. This Miller guy. He's a right-wing playmaker. Like, no, I don't. Sorry, dude. I don't care. I don't need you. Like, that's sad, but I don't need you. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll go to morale and just try to boost his and be like, oh, I'll consider some changes. Oh, look, Reinhardt's up at an 80. That's good. I think he deserves to come up. What does he have to say? When you're as good as me, okay, dude. There's a lot to be proud of, but it is the AHL. Like, you know, need to be out there more. Okay, I'll consider some changes. Please be happy. Positive effect. Okay, that helps him a little bit, but maybe he'll get sad because I'm actually lying to him. Ha ha ha. Who's is it Reinhardt that's the highest right now? Party is actually the highest, but he's 31. Reinhardt though could come up at the trade deadline if we make some defenseman trades. You know, potentially could trade away. I don't know if I want to trade Sekera away. He could definitely be someone who helps the team for the next few years, because I think in the next 4 years we got a cup. Like if this year shows anything, we have the talent to win enough games as like a team on crutches right now. You know, trading away basically all our veterans, and I'm gonna go one day before so we can get this Islanders game out of the way. Okay, so we're 27, 32, and 5, and we are, you know, we could let's go check if we are in a wild card slot. Let's just go to the Western Conference here, and so we are down at 12. So we need to fight our way back up if we wanted to get in the playoffs or tank it. So through 64 games, we're back. How many are we back? 64. We have 59 points, and San Jose has 68. So we're like 9 points back. Which, you know, in the NHL is just a hop, skip, and a jump. Like, we could definitely get up there and be in the playoffs and get that playoff experience that's really good for young guns, which would be great. But I think that it is kind of futile right now because we're in the bottom 3 in our conference. And even though it's not like super spread out, it's still spread out enough where it's, you know, because San Jose's got 3 games in hand on us. So I don't know. I think we just trade away some of that depth and try to get picks or try to get prospects or something. So let's see who's doing stuff. We can potentially find who we could trade. We could also trade some people down the AHL, like Party and stuff like that. Taylor Hall doing magnificent, almost point a game, and more goals and assists. That's awesome. He's doing so good. Like, this is, you know, right now he's our future, but we know McDavid's coming up. Look, 89 overall. Oh my God, Connor McDavid. What happened? He went through a growth spurt. Oh my God. He's so fast. His puck skills are so good. His faceoffs are still shoddy comparatively to someone like Pavel Datsyuk, but, you know, 87 defensive awareness. His shooting is great. Like, what an all-around good player. I'll stop, you know, fainting and going crazy over him right now. But Eberle at 87 still. He'll probably grow by the preseason. Yakupov doing really well there on the, second line? That's great. 45 points. That's pretty good. He's -2, though. Draisaitl is also minus, and Tanguay. So that whole second line is a minus. I really thought with Draisaitl, I mean, what's Draisaitl's? Not very good defensive awareness, but Tanguay's got good defensive awareness. I thought with that, they'd be a pretty good second line. Could, you know, it's all just in the numbers. It is over a whole season, but, you know, it could just be whatever. Semin, look at that. He was even for a while. He's down to a -19 on the third line. I didn't buy him to be a defensive player, so that's fine. That's totally okay. I bought him for points. Lindholm is our top point-getting defenseman, which is, you know, what we got him for. He's up at an 87. He is a -21, which is troublesome, but we knew this team was going to get goals against. Next year is the year that we have Hampus Lindholm at a +21, you know what I mean? So, and the following years. Gordon doing well. He's a -20, though, which pretty much everybody's a negative past the first line, which is really troublesome, but literally everyone is. Wow. Oh, that sucks. Let's go ahead and just see our goalies real fast. So, I mean, not great, but Talbot had a decent year for what he is. He's up at an 84, which I know is like a temporary thing. But I mean, that's a great backup. Like, he'll be such a good backup when it comes to it. And, you know, who knows what we're going to do. We could get a goalie in the first round this year and, you know, put him at backup next year. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. That is totally up to you guys. Partnered with myself. Excuse me. So we looked at all that. Let's go ahead and, before this video ends, go into the trade blocks. Excusez-moi. And just browse them real quick. Just see what people are willing to give away one day before the deadline. Okay, so yeah, we'll just do this. So nothing really here unless we want to get Shane Doan. Bunch of first round picks in Gianta. First and second round picks. Okay, here's a lot of players. I mean, Cam Ward would be cool, you know, as a placeholder goalie, but I don't think so. We don't need him this year. We're looking more towards the future here. More towards the future. So, I mean, so far it's looking like probably going for those first round picks would be better than trying for a prospect. They really want to get rid of Yager. Bunch of old guys they want to get rid of. Spencer Watson on the block with decent trade value, but that would be pretty cool. Top 6 forward we could eventually have. Probably a second liner. That'd be fun. So Spencer Watson, keep that in mind. That could be a good pick. Or something rather than a pick that we could get cheaper than a first round pick. Potentially. Who's this guy? 74 overall, bottom 6 forward, pretty low. Let's look at his stats. I mean, he's 19. He could potentially be something in the future. We could get a cheap prospect. That'd be cool. Canadians prospect. Let's remember that. Hosang is pretty good. We could potentially get him. Top 6 forward, 20 years old. And a playmaker, though, which I'm not like huge about. Really bad defensive awareness and defensive stats, but those could grow. Who knows, you know, but he is a playmaker, so I'm not expecting him to be a defensive player, but I think we have our first line set, and if I got a playmaker, I'd probably want it to be on the first line. Maybe the second line, yeah, but I'd rather have a really defensive-minded team and then have my first line be all 90s, you know what I mean, and just, like, score all the goals. Nothing here except the first round picks. Eliash, no. Here's a really cheap two-way bottom 6 forward, already 74. We could potentially get him up to like an 80 something. Straight, I don't think we need him unless we wanted to. No, he's already 38. Never mind. Sprong's really good. He gets really good. I've had him in one of my test GMs, so we could potentially get him as a right wing sniper. He's already 74 overall at 18 years old. Right-handed. You know, that could be something that we could potentially trade. He's got pretty high trade value, though, right now. Here's a couple bottom 6. Oh, never mind. He's a HL top 6. So bottom 6, two-way forward, maybe. First round pick. Pretty low trade value on both of those. Here we go. Nothing really. Adam Ernie. He gets decent, but not great. I've never had him get really good on me, but his trade value looks pretty low, so we could potentially do that. Just a 7th D. Everybody else is already solidified as their overall. These guys are all exact. Pressed. Nope. Just a couple first round. So yeah, a bunch of them first round picks. I know I didn't go through the actual proposed trade and look at what people are willing to give up. But what do you think we should go for? What should we try to acquire? Should we try to get a bunch of prospects and fill out our team the end of this year going into next year and have next year be almost like a rebuilding year as well with like a really high overall McDavid? You know, like basically really high overall first line, pick up some free agents for defensive awareness and veteran leadership, and then grow for one more year and then have our cup run be third year. You know, what do you guys think we should do? Let me know in the comments down below, and we'll do that next episode. So this should be a really good comment section. So make sure, I mean, even if you have just an inkling of a thought like, hey, go get Cam Ward. I don't care if you have no suggestion. Just let me know down in the comments below, however outlandish it is. You know, get Pavel Datsyuk. I don't care. Whatever you guys want to do, let me know. Because this is our GM mode, and we will get this team a cup. It is high time. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot to Connor McDavid for growing to an 89 in less than one season. And we will see you guys next time out on the ice.